Yes, don't adjust your sets. Dave has gone nuclear.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody! Yeah, Dave's got something going on there. I don't know.
Must be from the medication.
He's gonna blow. He's got some toxic medication through his system. Listen, yes, Dave's still getting over his illness. He's good though. He's almost 99.99% better.
And for some reason, John Swan is nervous.
What's he nervous about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, don't be so nervous, John Swan. Everything's good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Horror Show. I'm Dino, as always. And I am dark here, too. I can't get the light right.
Maybe we're the opposite. We're like,
I know, you're glowing and...
I'm on the equator. You're on the North Pole.
It's night here where I am, and I'm in a...
That's true.
I got to watch what I say. Oh, my God. This is going the wrong direction. What's going on?
I know.
Dave's all bright and shiny, happy people.
It is. It's very REM, I guess.
Yes. But I mean, I've been out in the sun quite a bit, so I'm extra red and dark. So I think that and the red light over there, which nothing I could do, it just ain't syncing up. But nobody needs to see me, so it doesn't matter. Welcome to the Late Horror Show. Like I said, we're here to do another night gallery. This was a very interesting episode. Very, very interesting. I am going to say hello to everybody. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, please. And thank you. I gotta ask. Yep. Then there's Dave looking at the chat. He's had a touch up on the back of the hair and the side of the hair. Maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm pretty good with.
Yeah. See, Rocco says.
Yeah, Rocco knows. Yeah. See, I can tell exactly when the length of the time that the hair grows. It's some kind of like really weird rain.
Get a haircut.
It's a weird Rain Man type thing. I don't know. It's I can instantly tell. 2 weeks. Anyways, we're gonna have some fun talking.
By the way, personal thing. Do you know the same person has cut my hair since I was 28 years old? That
must be a good person.
Must be.
Yeah, cuts it just like you like it, huh? On the sides and on the.
Still charges the same.
The top just always stays the same because he don't wear it.
Sometimes I do grow it out a little bit more, but
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a man bun like last summer.
It would have been the opposite. It would have been spiky and forward.
Oh boy.
You have to pick up severe tire damage.
Oh jeez. So hello to Chad Farr. I know, right over my head. Harry Scott, what is going on? Hi, boy, donuts to you. Sailor Outlaw George, what is going on? Good to see you. Nathan, Chad. Horror Junkie for Life, what is going on? Good to see you. Lizzie is here. Ocean Waves is here. And the movie will be running real shortly. I got the projector to work. That's why it took so long, the big delay. But soon we will turn the lights down and start rolling. Good to see you, Mr. Ed, Andrea, John Swan, Jimmy D, Sin City Jim, JLR, I think that's about it. So yeah, Dave, this is another good one. We get Leslie Nielsen in this episode, the first one, A Question of Fear. And it's at first I'm like, oh, this is going to be like House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah,
Vincent Price, but it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But the description says a man is offered $10,000 to spend a night in a haunted house. But it's not even. But that's where your head goes to when you hear something like that, right?
Besides Game 7 of the NBA Finals, yes, it does.
Oh, jeez. Who's ready for Game 7 of the NBA
Oh, boy,
Finals?
Sailor.
What's the NBA? Is that the football? What is that? Anyways, I know I'm being idiotic.
I'd
I know
still
what it
be
is.
saying football.
You know, maybe if I had a team that actually was in contention, maybe I would care, but I can care less about sports. Okay, anyways, Horror Junkie for Life, super sticker, $2. Thank you. Pair character doing a shake sign with his hand saying, cool. Thank you very much, Horror Junkie for Life. Appreciate you very much. There you go.
And first of all, speaking of haircuts, don't you think that Rod Serling needed a hairstylist or something at the beginning of this episode? He had like a weird, it's like he was sleeping, and they're all, Mr. Serling, you're needed on the set. And he ran over, puffing on his cigarette, and good evening. I'm Rod Serling. This is Night Gallery.
Well, the story goes that his mind would never stop, and he actually did sleep on the sets. He had a cot over in the corner in most of the shoots that they did, and he had Pillowhead. Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. And they used that gel back in the day, or was it oil or Crisco oil? You know, that, and he had that jet black hair. Wait, say that again?
Kreml hair tonic.
Yeah, Kreml hair tonic. Yeah, that's what they used, so you just slicked it back. Yes, Dino, it's where you try and throw the football through the hoop. Yeah, Mr. Ed, I just can't stand talking sports. I mean, I'm glad you guys do in the chat and catch up. I don't give a crap. I don't care. But yes, we get Leslie Nielsen in this, and I loved did you notice the little statue? Okay, as they're walking through Night Gallery, Rod Serling, with a cigarette and all that, and his bed head, there was a little statue. It looked like a metal, like rusted statue of a little devil type.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it looks so cool. I wanted that.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and even the picture, it was a little bit different, but man, those paintings are just so cool.
I love them.
Short and sweet for Dave this evening. OHAM, hello, Bubba. Good to see you. And Raven and Castle star Daniel Garcia. Okay, go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
That's okay. Early on, when they talked about this being a haunted house, and this guy basically says that I went into the house a disbeliever, and when I came out of the house in the morning, I was a believer type of thing. And it reminded me of, and I don't know if you had them on your side of the US, but the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Right around the time we were probably 12 or 13. And their number 5 was by Edward Packard. And it was like Mystery at Chimney Rock, where you basically sneak in, because I think your cat went into the basement window of a haunted house, an abandoned house. And if you followed along the wrong pathway, you died. You became part of the house. And other times you basically escaped with your life type of thing. And it was just a fantastic book. It was my favorite of the series. And this is just kind of what reminded me of it.
Do you have that set now?
I have some, but not that one.
Yeah, those were really cool. That was such a cool idea back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually, that's not a bad idea, trying to catch up and get all those again.
They are still very, very pricey on eBay.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. It's funny how in the 80s some of these things are still very collectible, but yeah, those were really Choose Your Own Adventure books were really, really cool. I'm gonna have to check out that one in particular. But yeah, no, this is all about a haunted house, supposedly. Not going to give nothing away. We'll walk you through the episode, but because the ending, Dave, I mean, it's like, I didn't see it coming that way, but yeah, a very well told story, but yeah. I don't know. And there's really just 2 main characters. There's Colonel Dennis Malloy. Go ahead.
That's really what's so beautiful about this story. There's only 2 people.
A lot of the night galleries, even like we were talking before, the first season, which were fantastic. You get a couple people, and that's it, and they're the main character. Just not too many, and that's good because my brain can't keep up sometimes. I would need more than $10,000 to stay in a haunted house. I would need Nathan. Really, I may do it for 1,000. Or maybe 50. Here's $50 and a cup of coffee if you can go in there for a night. I say, yep, I'm there. No, you know what? I'm not worried about stuff like that because I don't think I'm strong enough that I don't think okay, we're gonna go deep here. I don't think it's gonna get into my very soul, my mind. It's not gonna take me over. It's not going to. So anything else that would happen may freak me out, but no, I want to know. I get to the bottom of this, Dave.
I always think of that haunted house near you that you did a video
Franklin Haunted Castle.
Yeah, and that would be fun. I mean, same with me. Just, send me a pizza. DoorDash me some breakfast, something like that.
Yes. No, I mean, I want to know so bad. I want to go in and witness as much hauntings as possible, ghostly apparitions, anything. Throw it my way.
Yeah.
I was too young back in the day for the Franklin Haunted Castle, and it's still there.
Mm.
It's changed hands with owners over the years, but it's still sitting there. And I remember my aunt going into the Franklin Haunted Castle when I was just a wee little kid, and we were like, I forget where we were, but we were all close by, and we were waiting for the group of my family to get out and tell us what happened. And there was the story of the crying baby in the walls upstairs, and she came out and listen, this was my hysterical aunt. So, I mean, you take it with a grain of salt, but she's like, I heard it. And, her husband was right next to her going, yeah. So, I mean, who knows, but the story was there, and it was and I was like, oh my God, no way. And it kind of intrigued me. And I drive by, like I can go and drive by it right now in 15 minutes, but it's really, really cool. Hey, Radstar, what's going on? Black roses. Oh my God, my heart. Oh, I thought black roses maybe turned red. I don't know. But good to see you. Good to see you, Black Roses. So, yeah, let's get started, Dave, unless you got something else on the agenda.
Nope. This is what I got on the agenda. We're going to start off the episode in a club.
Yeah.
And there's this guy, Fritz.
I'm Fritz.
That's
Who you?
Hold on. Yeah, Fritz Weaver.
He plays Dr. Matzi.
He does. And he's going, yeah, I have this haunted house, and my hair used to be dark, and then I spent the night in it, and it came out gray the next morning, and there's these 2 guys, and they're all like, wow, this is great, tell us more. And we pan over to the
do you like, real quick, and we'll pan over in a second, Dr. Matzi. Once we get to the storyline of kind of military, do you think that Dr. Matzi, even though I think it's the Russian army, I'm not giving nothing away, but Dr. Matzi, you think something with the German Nazi, you think that was why his name is Dr. Matzi?
Maybe.
Do we move on? Okay.
Yeah,
so go ahead, Dave. We pan to the pool table.
We pan to the pool table, and there's a pirate there.
Leslie Nielsen has a patch over one eye.
He's got the eye patch, and I'm just ready for him to go Frank Drebin Police Squad. This is my disguise. But no, he's this guy, and he's shooting pool.
And I tell you what, in this episode, he's a lot of movies when he's playing a straight man. That sounds weird. You get what I'm saying? Okay. He's usually a jokester. Okay, you look at him and you go, "Oh my God, this guy's going to say something funny like Police Squad." That's what I meant.
We do the club episodes that he's on.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, but a lot of those you still, I see him as, oh my God, he's going to crack a joke, because I can't not picture him as, Lieutenant Drevin. Is that it on Police Squad?
Yeah.
Drevin. But in here, he's very serious, and maybe it's because that patch kind of, and he's kind of like all grizzly like me, kind of with. See, I haven't shaved in like, how long's it been? A week and a half. Yeah, it's all coming out. And see the gray here, Dave. If you can notice in the dark redness that it stays dark here and mustache and everything else, but it's always been white here since I was 30. But there's this dark. Okay, we're getting a little too far into this. Okay, so the patch over his eye, he looks very rugged, and he's telling no jokes in this episode. Okay, Dave, go.
No, but what's cool?
Not a breath.
He has the same mannerisms when he's looking around the house, and he's just kind of moving and talking and everything, and just the same lean that he has. It's like you're waiting you want him to tell a joke. But he basically calls the guy out, and he says, quote, "You make me sick." Fear is a disease. And he talks then about his illustrious career working for all sorts of different armies of the world, the Foreign Legion, and now he's like a mercenary soldier.
Oh God, I so badly he's a mercenary soldier, and I think that's all you need to know about how this ends too, his character, and he's not a nice guy. Let's just say that. He's a tough, mean guy who doesn't believe in any of this garbage that Dr. Motzi's telling, and he's going to fall for it though. Anyways,
he does. But Dr. Motzi goes, "Hey, buddy,
that doctor though, he does have some Motzi.
He does.
He's got the symbols on them.
One of my favorite sodas."
Dr. Motzi. Okay.
So he goes, "Hey man, I still own the house, and I'll give you $10,000 if you can spend the night there."
Oh.
And then one of the other guys that he's been talking to goes, "I'll throw in another 5."
I'll throw in another 5. Yeah, that should have been in the description. Man was offered 15,000 to spend a night. Well, there's 10,000. Hey,
and Gigi has joined us. Hello, Gigi.
Oh, hey, Gigi. What's going on, Gigi? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, chat was blowing up last night in the overnight stream. Woo! It was blowing up. Anyways, go on, Dave.
Speaking of blowing up, thanks for everyone who joined our marathon 4-hour meeting. Almost 1,600 views on that episode in just a week. So that was
so
a lot
fun.
of fun. Yeah.
So fun. Dave he couldn't handle the end of it, though. He was about ready to pass out.
It was pretty tough.
It was. But he does get up early. I get it.
I do. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm going to sleep when you're getting up. That's how weird that is.
I believe it.
Yeah, how strange. But good to see you here, Gigi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so go on, Dave.
So we pull up to the haunted house.
Is that the monster's house?
No. Guess
okay, but it wasn't the Psycho house?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
It was on the set.
When he walked in, I'm like going, okay, maybe it is the monster's, because I didn't look it up.
On the set of Universal Studios. It is the Psycho house. And it was laid out the exact same as Psycho. Okay. It just made my heart all warm. And why
did that throw me off? Because I was thinking, but something in my head goes, "Oh, it's the monster's house." We'll talk about it when I talk to Dave. But Psycho, okay, yeah. And inside all the room. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the film. And so he opens the door, and he's got a key that's like 6 inches long, and he puts it in. He turns it. The door opens, and then the door slams behind him, and he makes the jump real quick. And there's no keyhole on the inside. So he's immediately locked in. And you're all like, this is going to be so great.
And he's laughing about it. He's like, good one.
Oh,
because,
totally.
But yeah, they start right off once he gets in this house with boom. Yeah, we're going to hit you with everything. everything haunted. But yeah.
There's no lights in the room, so he's got to use this flashlight.
Oh my
You start
God,
to
did the
hear,
flashlights drive you nuts? Because they drove me nuts. I'm like,
I, it's like,
it
it,
was so dim, first of all, that I'm like going,
yeah,
what are you walking around with that dim flashlight? And of course, they only lasted like a few minutes because you always left the batteries in, and then they ended up dying like 5 minutes when you really needed it. Anyways, that's my history with flashlights.
I
It's
wish
such a
they would have,
sad story.
they would have done like the Columbo opening where, the flashlight goes in your face and then off to the side. And that would have been really cool. But you're right. It was just kind of like this little dinky, almost like, I mean, your cell phone probably has more
Oh
power.
yeah, yeah. And the other flashlight he brings out of his sack in about 15 minutes is like a bigger one with like a bigger battery unit on the bottom.
Oh, that's
That
like a camping flashlight, that one.
Yeah, but he puts it down as he's getting his bullets and stuff out, and it's a little beam on the wall as they're filming this, and you
Yeah.
could tell it was like a little beam of light like that. I'm like going, you can't see nothing. What's going on?
And it was kind of funny because it looked like a big satellite dish, because it was a
Oh yeah,
really big, circle
yeah.
and bulb and all that.
It's so yeah, it was so weird. But yeah, we talk about flashlights on episodes. I'm obsessed. No, I'm not really, but let's go on.
Well, also I had written down there were cobwebs everywhere, and there's one where he turns around and looks, and of course it's him and the cobwebs in front of him, and the camera just zooms in. He's all like that, and then he like moves it aside, and it was so
That cracked me up, Dave, because you could tell it's the fake cobwebs you would get from like Spirit Halloween. But that there was that spider on there too that didn't move. And even when he got mad and went like this and pushed it all aside, that spider stayed in that spot and was on it. And you can it just
well, of
didn't
course,
move.
because it's a ring. You're going to put it on your finger later.
Right. But if there's a spider on that big in the middle of the cobweb, I'm not going like this. I'm going to carefully get the sides and then make sure to push it over to the side. But anyways, I digress.
All right. I just written down there was dust everywhere, and then we have dripping blood from somewhere.
Yeah. What?
And I don't remember if this fell on the floor or on his hand. I think it was on his hand first.
It was on his hand. He was going to put his sack up on this little nook shelf area, and it came right from there.
Yeah, it was this little weird indentation in like for a vase of flowers.
See, there's things I want to say. Right. Yes. There's things I want to say that would give away the ending, but I can't say it because the blood thing is very stupid. I don't know. Again, I love the episode, but we can nitpick everything. And I'm like going, what's with the blood? Why is it dropping from like we said, like there or on the floor and other areas it just was really weird. I don't know. What's going on, Dave? You acting very suspicious and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be suspicious. Gigi was going on about antibiotics and
all
that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. We do not know. It started with an earache and now his jaw is swelling. Ouch. I would think your significant other, Gigi. I am doing well, she says. He is suffering from a swollen jaw. Well, I hope he feels better.
Maybe I think it's a cat.
Or cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said significant other. Your cat can be your. No, it can't. That can't. Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. Where is she? She's gone.
So sorry, Gigi. I hope everything is fine. Yeah. They're pretty resilient animals. Anyways. Okay, Dave.
But then we see this spectral face.
Oh, that tripped me out. It was like Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, the flaming skull.
Yeah.
It was a skull glowing like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh, totally Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. But with fire integrated in the glowing, and it tripped me out. I thought that was pretty unique, which we see a couple times. Yeah. but it started to take off or something, run away. Huh?
Yeah, it was weird. I loved it. And then he decides to go into
Oh, Scoob! Go get him! It's Mister
it
whoever. I don't know.
wasn't for those meddling kids.
Mm.
So we open up a side door and it's the dining room. And the dining room looks beautiful. I mean, it's laid out for us to have
Oh,
a feast.
a
There's
torn up tablecloth. Rats were on it. Dave's right. It looked beautiful.
rats were moving around. There was cut up meat and everything like that. But then, like after he passes it, he looks back and it's all gone. It's just a dusty old table.
Yeah, yeah. At first, I looked and said, "Is there actually food on that table?"
There was, there was.
Yeah, when he first went in.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was weird. Anyway, Black Roses, $10 super chat. Have been busy and going through some stuff. I am back. Love you, Dino and Dave. Well, I hope that whatever you're going through is, you're getting through okay. Listen, you're preaching to the choir with life is rough, man. There's a lot of ups and downs. Dave just getting over a couple weeks of just sickness and air infection and all kinds of weird stuff. It's weird. You know what? 3 days ago, my throat started hurting and it went over to this side and then it went back to this side. And then all of a sudden I wake up and it's gone, Dave. It's very odd. But thank you, Black Roses. Appreciate it, Jody, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love to you. Yes, all donations go to me for new Lego sets. Thank you. No, actually, it don't, but it goes to bills, actually, for the most part. Okay, Dave. Oh God, where I'm lost for words. Where we at?
All right. We're at the dining room.
Her head's floating, and they're in the dining room. Yes.
Dining room. And then he sees over past the dining room table, there's like a window, and he pulls back the drapes, and it's a brick wall.
At that point, I was like, you know what? This is just all a setup. I kind of started feeling that. It's like a haunted house isn't going to be bricked up. I mean,
Right.
maybe if this was a movie from the 1930s or 40s and you're trying to mess with your head in black and white, but no, I mean, this is a setup. It seems.
Yeah. And that's when I'm going to go, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm out of here. Do a little Cartman, take a chair, bust it through the front door, and like you guys can go, heck with yourselves.
Oh, heck yeah. 10 dillies. Wow. Yeah, no, it's nice to get 10 dillies, Rad Star. I appreciate the people who support the channel and support what I do. So yeah, everybody who does, I definitely appreciate it. Tony Horror Writer is here. Raj Ram, what is going on? Please forgive him, but he is off topic for the 20th time, but that's okay. I really want to ask you, would you agree with me that the Blair Witch Project is a perfect movie? Raj, to each her own, I'll say, but not even close, my friend. Not even close. What about the Blair Witch Project do you think is a perfect movie? Again, it goes and shows, Dave, right, how widely we all vary in what we love and what we think is great and what we think sucks sometimes. Some of my favorite movies, people would go, what?
Really, Chan.
Yeah. Well, no, don't ever. No. But listen, seriously, Blair Witch Project. Yeah. Oh, and everybody wish Dave a happy belated birthday. 45 years young, 2 days ago. 30. Okay, I know I exaggerated. Sorry. Yeah. He looks 39, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6. What? No. Dave, happy belated birthday to you. Officially on the air 2 days late. So everybody write that down in their calendars for next year.
363 more days to go.
There you go. 5 out of 10 says Black Roses. There's a lot of people who love that Blair Witch Project movie, but yeah. And I'm not saying I don't like it. It's just, it's not a perfect movie. I'd give it maybe a maybe a 5.9 out of 10 at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm at
Okay.
5.5, 5.7.
Yeah. Art is subjective. That is very coming from an artist. Yes, Mr. Red. Okay, so continuing on. He's walking through the dining room.
All right, dining room. We have the wall that's bricked up. He turns around. It's an old table. His flashlight goes out for the first time, but he luckily has matches. And he starts to light the candelabras.
Yes.
And he lights 2 of them. Each of them has about 4 or 5 candles. And he takes one of the candelabras, and as he walks away, the other candelabra goes out, like someone's pinching the wicks on them, and it's plunged into darkness again.
Yeah, it's really weird. And the whole time, pretty much from the beginning when he comes into the house, he's following these cackling, mad laughter type sounds.
Yeah, it was a weird noise.
It was like a madman.
That's more of what it was.
That's gone crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have never done that, but I did, and it's there. There's nothing I can do about. But yeah, it's like a madman, and he's following these voices throughout this, and it's adds to the effect of the episode. It was pretty good, but a little out there.
And
how many candles, Dave?
Quite a few.
Yeah, we shall not ask, but shall not be asked.
He's going to head into, well, first of all, we have now a full body apparition. So it's not just the head anymore. Now it's this full body all dressed up like a madman. And I forget if this one runs at him a little bit and then disappears, or
he walks up behind him.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes, he sneaks up behind him and he's glowing like Scooby-Doo again. And you could tell there's that fire in there, which is going to be a key factor in the end, the climax of this episode, of this segment. I can always say segment because what happened?
I think I need to get something. Hold on.
Oh, geez. Bo was at the door. Boy. Oh, no. Okay. The mail just came. Package for Dave. Happy birthday to you. He's got a singing telegram. Dave, did you get a singing telegram?
I wish I did.
I know, right? Wish
Especially
it was
Jane Weiland.
I was going to just say that, Jane Whelan. If she's at the door, send her my way.
But no, I was looking for my fake gun because I was going to do the Frank Drebin boom boom, and he unleashes into the specter, and it disappears, and he runs over to where it was, and he touches the ground. There's some blood on the ground, and he wipes it off and everything. But then he goes into the kitchen.
And it almost fakes you out. Like, why is the blood there? Is he shooting? Did he shoot somebody?
Yeah, it's just weird. But again, it felt very
thing.
Hollywood prop throughout the whole visit so far. And so
and I think it was a psychological thing too, where he's trying to get into the mind of Dennis Malloy, Leslie Nielsen. We'll just call him Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
That he just shot somebody, Anyways, go on. Yeah.
All right. So we're going into the kitchen, and what bothered me about the kitchen was he goes in and he closes the door behind him. There's no reason to close the door behind you. If I'm in a haunted house, I want all the doors open because I'm going to run if I really need to. But this guy closes it behind him. And I wrote down, dude, leave it open.
Yeah, whose birthday is it? Tony. Tony Horror Writer?
Tony Horror Writer.
Oh, well, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Yeah, say Johnny Rocco says, happy birthday. Okay, go ahead.
And then through the kitchen, we have a door to the basement.
Oh, this might be the coolest scene, maybe. Is it the coolest scene? Something about it. I don't know. I liked it. Opening of the the wooden door that shows the steps that go to the basement, and it's all dirt floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
I like the piano scene the best.
Well, yeah, that was
I'll
good.
tell you why in a moment.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we step into the basement. The door slams behind him, just like the front door did. Locked. He can't get out.
Oh,
He
I'd be
starts
pissed.
to go down these rickety wooden steps, and of course, one of them is, already broken. So he steps, he falls, hits his head.
Could have been killed right there.
Yeah, just get rid of him.
Yeah. You would be dead. Yeah, I know. But he does fall, and he kind of is knocked out. Seems to be like for a second or so. I don't know. But he's a tough soldier, and
He
well,
is
the curtains are just blowing away the 90
blowing
degree heat.
in the wind.
Yeah, it's blowing in the wind. And Bo just isn't around, huh?
She has been sleeping all afternoon by the curtains, and I just checked, and she has gone now outside to explore the world.
Oh, she's gallivanting around.
She is what she needs to, because then she needs to be tired to go to bed tonight. Otherwise, we're out 3 or 5 times, between midnight and 12:30 going,
let me out of your house. Yeah. Daddy, I need to go pee outside.
no,
Okay.
she wants to go sit on the patio and look around.
Yeah. Look for mice.
Possums.
Bo is a wild one. Possums?
Possums. Oh,
no.
all over the place, and they're so ugly with their snout. And
Oh, I know. We have them here too.
I got so much ivy around here, and my neighbors have creeping fig on the walls and the fences, and and then obviously I have George of the Jungle next door to me, and so who knows what's in there.
Last time I saw a possum cross the street, I think I lost 2 days, and I don't know what happened.
Do you want to hear a sick story? All right,
a sick story? Sure. Yeah, I'm up for 6 stories.
Worse than the haunted house one that we're in now.
Oh,
A raccoon climbed into that neighbor's attic and died. And the smell, the guy was like, I'll get to it eventually.
Oh no.
The raccoon started to decompose, and let's just say maggots came down through the light fixtures in the kitchen.
What?
So the kids, there were kids living there at the time. They're all moved out now. They call in an exterminator. The dad says, I don't need an exterminator. Get lost. And he cuts a square in his roof on the outside of the roof, goes in and gets the raccoon like 2 weeks later. And then I'm like, dude, you got to repair the roof. You got to make sure that cut is perfect. It was
He somehow could not get to the roof inside his house.
No.
So he cuts a hole in the roof. But
That's
the fact
through the roof.
Oh, that's nuts, Dave. If anybody wants to see what he's talking about, go to Dave's channel, link in the description. And there's I don't know what video it is. I wish I could tell him. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Where Dave's showing the garden, walking around, and Bo is playing around in the next door neighbor's yard. That's all I'll say. Yeah, it's something else.
That's why she gets shots.
She gets shots for that reason, yeah.
Back to Night Gallery.
Yes, let's go back to it. Okay.
So we're in the basement. He's fallen, and he can't get up.
Oh. What I thought was really funny about this when he fell and on his side, the minute he falls on his side and he's like, oh my God, what the hell? You see a bat fly behind him, a fake bat. Literally, it's 2 inches off the ground, right by his head. So it was insane. It's like, I'm like going, that's probably the funniest thing I've seen in a little while.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was funny.
But at this time, too, he notices that there's a weird line on the ground. And I didn't know what it was at first. It almost looked like they were digging a sewer pipe. I thought it was literally an indentation of uh, uh, digging out dirt.
Yeah, like a little trench or something.
Yeah, but instead we're going to find out it's a trail.
It's a trail. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, I won't even mention it.
All right. And
And it's to get into his head, Leslie Nielsen's head, too, about the conclusion of what is going to happen. But yeah, no, he gets right up and he goes to the next door, Dave.
He does. There's a man laughing crazily through the second door, and when he opens it up,
wait, how's he laughing?
Crazily.
Crazily. Yeah.
And then we've got casks. It's like it was like the Edgar Allan Poe story, The Cask of Amontillado, or something like that.
Yes.
And what's cool about it is in one of the corners you saw a brick being pushed into place.
And a hand cementing it up.
Yeah.
Just like the story, Edgar Allan Poe's story. Yeah.
So
that was freaky. I must have looked away a second though. I thought they were doing that to the door that he just came in, but I guess it was just a wall off to the side, right?
Yes.
Check your notes real clearly.
I am.
Oh my God. But yeah, he's following again that maniacal laughter through the door.
And here the specter returns and he starts running at him and he empties the entire gun into this specter. And now it's the time where like the tables are beginning to turn. This guy is becoming really scared.
Well, and this is the time that I noticed that specter is kind of wearing a kind of a military outfit.
Yes.
Uniform.
Yes.
Outfit.
Absolutely.
Women wear outfits. Men wear uniforms.
Correct.
Is that not correct? Or anyways, moving on. And then another door opens. He goes into another room.
Yeah, and
how did he get to the basement, to the room we're going into, Dave?
I don't know. It's one of those like The Shining. The rooms don't quite add up. But
because he falls down the steps. He's in a dirted floor of this basement. The door across from him is where he just entered, and all of that went on. And he looks over to the left and makes his way to another wooden door that takes him up to the top level, but there's no steps or nothing because it's a kitchen.
Yeah, we're back to the kitchen, and it's time to refill the gun. It's time to drink some coffee, smoke a cigarette, and he's like, you can see him shaking, right? So we know that it's finally getting to him, that there's like just too much stuff going on.
Well, I like how he shakes it off and he goes, he's I'm a man. I'm a real man.
Totally.
This stuff isn't going to get to me. But yeah, he's getting rattled. He's, and he's going to drink that coffee and something. We'll talk about that down the road here in a few minutes.
All right.
Yeah, say.
But then we've got some piano music playing, if you can call it piano music.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's recorded, right? So you can make it sound good or bad.
Robotic, because when he goes into the music room and
and this is a good scene. Take your time and describe it, because this is your favorite scene.
Well,
if you just give me a bland description, I'm going to go, that's your favorite scene?
So we go into the music room and there's a harp. There's music stands. It's a beautiful Victorian room. There's dust everywhere. And there's a guy with his back to us.
What kind of wood is it? Is it mahogany?
At the piano. And the piano's up on like an elevated stage. And the music, you can see him just going like this, like a robotic or animatronic figure. And
you can immediately tell that it's a fake animatronic type thing. It's not a ghost. It's yeah.
And then, after it's done playing,
it was a setup before we met up.
It starts to turn, and the hands all of a sudden light on fire, and they're like little flamethrowers.
Yeah. And funny part is when he turns, it was supposed to be like some kind of animatronic or dummy or something, but it was a real man for the sake of filming.
Yes.
Yeah, but
So
then the
this
hand.
is why this is my favorite part. Leslie Nielsen, thinking swiftly, dives uh, right to the side of the figure because he sees like a little hose, a
Yeah.
gas hose.
A thick black cord.
And he whips out a knife, opens it, cuts it, and the flames go away. But then I'm
And
like,
the body falls over, yeah.
yeah, but when he cut, wouldn't there be gas escaping in the room and you're going to pass out and die?
No. That's an electrical cord. That wasn't a gas cord.
Oh,
There was already they were electrifying that animatronic robot type thing, whatever you want to call it, and evidently the gas or whatever was in the hands that once the power got to it, it made the fire go out. But because later on you'll notice that those cords are in a lot of different places, even under the bed. And he
correct.
cuts it, and that was electrical. That wasn't gas.
Mm,
It's a thick cord.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, mannequins with
Major gets
flamethrower
up and
hands.
Major gets up and he laughs. Ha ha ha. He goes,
Yeah, now the gig is up. I know what's going on here now. It's you, Dr. Motzi, who is trying
"Yes,
to put one
Popsy, get
over
ready
on
to
me.
pay your 15 grand to Frank
Yeah.
Drebin."
I'm gonna go upstairs and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Is what he says.
And then what he does, I love it. He goes, "Rah." And it's like, I've won. And he
Yeah.
goes upstairs to Mrs. Bates' room and he lays
This is
down.
face room, yeah.
Yeah. And so before he lays down in the bed, he looks underneath the bed and sure enough, there's another cord,
Mm-hmm.
cuts that, and he goes, "Ha, I got it this time. I'm way ahead of you."
Cuts the cord. That's what my parents did to me years ago. Oh, yeah.
Waka, waka, waka.
Waka, waka, waka.
And so then he lays down in bed and he's all, I can sleep now. And then all of a sudden, these weird.
You know what? This might be my best scene.
Tell it then. Tell me.
This might be my favorite scene because it's a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey. Not really. But yes. Well, first of all, I like when he walks in the room. I know we already said that, and he cuts the cord on.
Well,
but when he walks into the room, he goes, everything's clean. The fireplace is going.
What if he had done that first? What if he had gone up the stairs
Yeah.
and seen like, hey, I got a fire in the fireplace. I got a beautiful bed with a canopy. I've got,
I would have checked. Anytime you go into a haunted house, you check the upstairs before you check the downstairs.
Good to know.
Always. Because the bad stuff happens down there. Anyways, whatever. The gas was internal, like when you eat beans.
Yeah, I was the next one.
I'm cracking up here too much. I want to see. Ooh, kinky. Oh. Well, okay, let me get to it.
Tell me.
So he cuts the cord and he's like, yeah, okay, now it's time to lay in bed and get myself a good night's sleep. And he pulls the covers back and he flops back on the bed and lays back. And all of a sudden, it's weird, these weird bars, metal bars, fly over his body and hold him in place so he can't move. 50 Shades of Grey.
I was thinking Wild Wild West.
Yeah, something like that too.
When he's on the bed and the spikes come down and starts coming toward him.
But you get like these. Yeah, he's trapped in the bed and just waiting for someone to come in the room. But then what drops from the ceiling is the pendulum starts to slowly swing back and forth. Again, Edgar Allan Poe, Pit and the Pendulum. So 2 references in the first story. So it's slowly working its way down. He's sweating. 50 Shades of Grey, sweating. Like, I don't know where I'm going with it.
My comment was with the camera point of view. I'm like, damn, he's got some big nostrils. Because you see his neck because the blade's coming right toward it, and then you're looking right up his nose. So
yeah, it was a weird angle. Yeah, because they get pretty close up on that angle when the blade is coming. But yeah, no, take it from there, Dave. Unless you don't.
I just wrote down that the blade does stop,
Oh yeah.
and then he like goes, "Ugh, I knew it was just a trick," and he falls asleep, and it's like,
That's the weirdest part, and that's the part
yeah.
where I was going, wait a second, because he does the whole time he's going, you're not going to kill me. I know you're not going to kill me. This is not, and you're not going to break me and all that stuff. But the blade stops, and he goes, yeah, and he's still trapped in the bed, and I've been through this many times where I've been tied to the bed, and they say, just count. You'll wake up when you wake up. I don't know, Dave. It's just what happens. And so he goes 100, 99, 98, 90, and he gets to 96. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, how the hell did he fall asleep so quick? He's trapped in bed. What's
And he doesn't even try to wiggle out. I would have tried to wiggle out of those.
Yes, I would have been going, to put, because I looked like there was room, and the mattress has got some cushion.
Too. Yeah, just take it,
Yeah, but so something happened. Listen, his coffee thermos earlier was drugged with something that would make him sleep deeply. So that's why, thus, he was at the dentist office, and oh, Dave is blurring up
at 51:17. Well, it's because he said the word thus.
Thus, he starts to fall asleep like in a dentist office. Yeah.
And Chris W is here. Hi, everyone.
Good to see you, Chris. Good to see you. Good to have you. Hope you didn't hear the erotic parts we were going through. It was a little.
She's from San Francisco.
That's true. She's heard it all, I'm sure.
So the alarm goes off.
Oh yes. New morning, new man, right?
Pipes are gone.
Pipes are clean.
Pendulum's gone. And it's time for breakfast. So he goes down to the kitchen. Just as he opens the door, pop goes the weasel. The bread comes up. He's got fresh coffee.
What an ugly kitchen.
Hey, man, if you're serving me breakfast, guess what? I don't care how ugly the kitchen is. I care about how good that breakfast is.
As long as the eggs are cooked well.
Yeah, the eggs are on the skillet. It's just like it's a farmer's basically breakfast. So he gets everything.
The breakfast is made, and Dr. Matzi pops up on the TV.
Doesn't pop up, pops down, right?
Pops
so
down.
From the ceiling, there's this old TV, like literally from when they would have a VCR attached to it, when they would bring it in to your school to watch something.
A weird camera, on the top of the TV. It was
and so we see a camera, like an early, computer camera type of thing.
There's many ways to help insomnia. Wow, yucca.
Videotaping. And then we see Dr. Matzi on the television going, yeah, go ahead and eat. I didn't poison the food. It's like I kind of I poisoned the coffee last night. But
oh yeah, and he's convinced. Yeah, so Dr. Matzi is the white hair's gone, it's brown hair, so this is all a setup, and he's like, well, listen, I'm not going to do anything to you, don't worry, you can eat the food, the breakfast is good, it's not poisoned or nothing like that. Man, Dave, I would not have eaten any of the food that he gave me. I would not have eaten anything at all, especially after he admits that, well, I did drug your coffee. And just to make sure you would go into a deep sleep. And then he starts going off into a long story. Dave, I don't know who wants to tackle this long story of his military career.
I think we can make it a short story because it wasn't really that interesting. But he talks about...
We can make it interesting. Oh, and the man walked down from the Russian regime. And okay, go ahead, Dave, make it shorter.
Yeah, so he talks about every man has this breaking point. Yes. And the idea is, I'm going to break you.
That's
And he
what he
goes, I want to bring you back in time. And you were fighting in maybe World War One, World War II on the side of the British. And he goes,
Yeah.
yes, America took too long to get into that war. So
Right.
he like couldn't wait. So he joined the British, and he's like in Germany or Russia or something like that, some Eastern
Yes. Yeah.
European country.
But
And
yet his father is working for Mussolini. So he's
yeah,
the Russian side of the army.
I'd be Italian.
Oh, the Italian. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
And so he's all like, my dad, was in this outpost and everything. And he was cut off from the rest of the people in his unit because, he had to stay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Did you ever look up online Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley, decaf coffee? You know what I'm talking about, Dave?
I do.
The Chris Farley was doing a segment of Saturday Night Live, and they switched up his decaf coffee, and you know how commercials would do that, and he'd go, "Oh my God, this is decaf? This tastes so good." Instead, he freaks out and he starts to destroy everything in Chris Farley style. You gotta look it up. SNL, Chris Farley, decaf coffee. Anyways, didn't mean to interrupt, but yes.
That's okay, but don't do it now. Do it after the show.
After the show, yes. Italian. Benito Mussolini. Oh, listen. Yeah, I'm ass backwards, Black Roses, but okay, go ahead, Dave.
So
I don't want to interrupt you.
Captured.
It's your story to tell. Oh,
actually, it's Rod Serling's story to tell.
Yes, it is.
But
take a late. Okay.
So this guy is left behind pretty much, and Leslie Nielsen captures
I've
him.
been left behind once.
And he soaks his hands in gasoline. And he was just like, his troops thought, he's just going to freak this guy out to tell him what he needs to tell him. But
yeah, Leslie Nielsen, he's that Nazi general type character that would experiment on people and do outrageous things to get information from them. And that's what he's doing as a British soldier. And like you said, they didn't expect it, but yeah, he took Dr. Motzi's father and he set his father's hands on fire to get what he wanted, the info.
Yeah. And the thing is that this guy was a concert pianist. So like, that's why we see him at the piano earlier. And, obviously with burned up hands, you can't play the piano anymore. So
if you're Italian, when you go into a bathroom, what are you when you get out? A pianist. Okay, continue.
Okay.
So
or
you could be if you're an American when you go in the bathroom, what are you when you get out of the bathroom?
You're
European.
Yeah, we could have done this last week on the marathon because I don't think we told one joke, but that's okay.
We didn't tell jokes.
So Kathy's here. Kathy has saved us. Thank you, Kathy.
Fine. There we go. Kathy is here. Hello. Good to see you, Kathy. We're winding up this segment of this. Listen, the next segment is there's very little to talk about, but
there is a lot to talk about. It is so good. It is so good.
Okay.
But anyway, so Dr. Mopsy's all like, I've been pissed off at you ever since.
Well, he's mad at him because his father created the matzo ball.
Oh, Jesus. Bye. I wish that was about 5 seconds earlier.
That's gold, Dave. That's gold.
It is.
That's gold, Jerry.
Gold, Jerry.
Why do they call it Ovaltine? Jar's not oval. The jar's round. Anyways, whatever. Go ahead. They should call it Ovaltine. A round teen.
All right.
I messed that up. Let's get going. I screwed that joke up.
So anyway, Dr.
Monty's watching Jaws.
Like, I came to America. I changed my name. I hunted you down. By the way, I'm a biochemist. And
he starts
all these cool things. And
it's really freaking weird, but Yeah, no, he's a weird biochemist, and he's yeah. You're gonna put your arm up, but
Yeah, he's all, I'm looking for revenge. And he goes, if you
man,
look
look at that
right,
bicep.
if you look,
Jeez.
shut up.
What was is it your birthday? Get in the gym. Oh, he's gone. Oh, jeez, I'm joking. I'm joking.
So right up above, he's
He
got
said
his
if he
spot.
flexed, it would be up there. It was a boom.
That's right. So
Yeah.
if you got this little shot here, and he's all, I injected you with this serum. And by the way, it's going to turn you into a slug. It's going to decompose all your bones in your body. He goes,
He
even right.
came. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
on. Keep rolling with it. Yeah.
No, I was just saying it's gonna, like, you can already feel the stiffness in your muscles right now. And you saw the trail down in the basement. He goes, that was my partner who I gave the same serum to. And he's down in the basement now. And it's like he's a slug. And that's the voice you're hearing is his maniacal laugh.
So that's the thing. He's a biochemist who created this. He says, I created this this oh my god, what would you call it?
Serum.
Serum that turns anybody into a earthworm, like a worm. It disintegrates the bones of whatever is injected with this. It disintegrates the bones, but it allows the rest of the body to maintain its function, he says. So your brain's good, your organs are good, everything's good. You just don't have bones, which breaks you down into an earthworm like creature and a worm. Although, like you said, his friend who he did this to, he says, 6 years prior, he was so fat, he turned into, in short, he was a slug. So that's the story. And he told him this, and he's left these slime trails over, and he's trying to convince him to go to the basement. If you don't believe me, go to the basement and check it out yourself.
Yeah. And he gets all pissed. He's all, I command you, open that door.
Yeah. But he's at the door and he's watching the slug, like the trail of the slime or whatever, and he decides, I think, okay, I don't even need to go in a basement. I think I believe you. And he comes back up with the gun there and he's looking at him, Dr. Matzi, and he goes, I've won anyways, because you're not going to get the satisfaction. And he slowly starts to lift up the gun, and boom, he takes care of himself. And then you get this speech by Dr. Matzi going, well, it worked. I did get my way, because if you would have went in that cellar, you would have seen that there was nobody down there.
Yeah.
So I got you to kill yourself without my blood being on it. Well, I mean, technically, he drove him to it. I think it would hold up in a court of law.
Maybe. And it would, and they got to find the body.
Well, they do. That is true.
House. I mean, why not just bury him in the basement? Just like,
arsenic and old lace.
Yeah.
Yeah. A new body has fallen victim. Bury him. George. Oh, I love arsenic and old lace. But yeah, no, he wins. He does. So the whole thing was to get in his head and get revenge for his father, what he did. And I thought it was cool. I thought the episode had great effects. I mean, that I like. I mean, a bit cheesy with the glowing body, Scooby-Doo style.
You're right. 13 Ghosts with Vincent Price. It's stage management part 1.
Oh yeah. And when they said that, yeah, it reminded me of that that made for TV movie where it was the slug type giant creature. Anyways, but yeah, it was a really good episode. Out of all of them that I've seen, this segment, damn good one, really good one. Leslie Nielsen did this fantastically.
I agree. I wanted to, since we're at top of the hour, how many thumbs up and stuff like that do we have?
Yeah, and Raj, you did recommend that before. I've seen Black Sabbath, and it stars Bela Lugosi. It consists of 3 stories that are Yes. I think all of us here are horror movie fans, and yeah, Black Sabbath is a good one. Okay, let's go and see. Thank you, Raj. How many thumbs up? Let's see. I will guess. No, I won't guess. 57 thumbs up. So if we got 57 thumbs up, if you haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up before we get to the second segment, which deals with Count Dracula, the second segment, which is going to be very interesting. But we have 57 thumbs up, never enough for a channel like mine that's got so many subscribers. But, you know, I appreciate everybody who's hit it. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, leaving comments below. Thank you, Harry, in advance. So go ahead, Dave. What do we got coming up next week?
X-Files.
In the future. And we got to get that Kolchak in there real soon, too. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, hold on. Let me
Oh,
write that down too.
he's lagging a bit behind, but that's okay.
Sorry.
We'll yeah.
So I got that listed down now. All right. So next week we do have the X-Files, episode 4, which is called Conduit.
Yes.
And then 2 weeks from today, we have a return of Jeff Thompson, which was that wonderful gentleman from Tennessee State University. Talk Dark Shadows, talk Kolchak, Dan Curtis, and we're also going to be talking Robert Bloch. So I'm really excited because then we can talk about Psycho 2 and all of that. Following that, we're going to return to Columbo since we have not done a Columbo in a very, very long time. In fact,
yes,
February 2nd was the last time we did a Columbo. And we're going to be doing the second pilot called Ransom for a Dead Man with Lee Grant.
Oh, I can't wait.
We'll hit then Art Bell, Wild Wild West, Scooby-Doo, and Kolchak.
Okay, so Kolchak's coming. Oh my God, is that coming August?
Yeah.
August 1st or the first week of August, something like that.
Second week of August, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's coming. It's coming.
Can't wait to talk about it. Week, people.
Yes. Really hot here. 92, 93 and humid. So what the heck is going on there?
Ghosts.
It keeps turning like a greenish color. Are you putting a paper in front of there to like
maybe
to clear it up? Do that again. That's a lime green. Is that old typing paper from the 70s? What is that? Dave's got construction paper from the 70s. Remember the big? I know they still got
a yellow legal pad.
Oh, not even close. Okay. So, Dave, nice lineup. Yeah, I do say so myself.
Thank you, Chris W.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me take a sip. Let's say a prayer for everyone out there. Now let's get to the second episode, which goes the devil is not mocked.
Right.
I like this picture. I mean, painting in that gallery. That was a really good one.
It was a good picture. Yeah. This is based on a short story, and we have this little kid.
Was it based on a short story?
It is. Yeah, it's a horror novel or short story.
Oh, okay.
And so this little kid is walking with his grandfather in this beautiful study. Big fire.
Yeah, and he goes, Grandpa. Or maybe he doesn't.
That was like The Godfather.
Yes.
He's not Italian. He's Hungarian.
This is true.
There we go.
The kid has a robe on like Hugh Hefner. I loved it. He had a silk red robe on. He said, "Oh, Papa." Anyways,
what did you do in the Great War? Hey, let me tell you what I did.
Let me tell you how I took down the Nazis. That's basically what this is about.
Yeah.
Count Dracula versus the Nazis. I think there might have been a comic book.
Well, here's a spoiler. He wins.
Well, see you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.
No. Well, of course he's going to win. I mean,
hands down, but it's such a good episode. So he
It's
goes,
very short. This one is a 10-minute segment.
it is, it
So,
is.
you know,
But
but
it's
it's
just
very good.
a wonderful story. I mean, we have a great landscape. We have the Nazis driving their jeeps through the landscape. There's some tanks and other armored vehicles and things like that. And there's like these two generals, let's call them, in the back of one of these open air jeeps. And
Yeah.
they pass by this cemetery. They're headed to this castle, and it's supposed to be the headquarters of the resistance.
It's the castle down by the river. Hmm.
And so they go to the castle,
You
knock
knock on
on
the
the
door.
door, and the guy goes, "What knockers?" Uh,
Oh, Terry Gar.
Indeed,
Boy.
indeed.
Oh, would you like to go to take a roll in the hay?
Oh,
Roll. I would any day of the night.
oh, tell
Any
me
day
about
of the night.
it. And
I
I
would.
don't know why Ted doesn't like that movie.
Uh, let's move on. Yeah, I don't know either. Who does not, how can you not like Young Frankenstein? But anyways, yeah, I love the wolves. You hear them nonstop because they just cannot wait for midnight to come. Why it takes to midnight, I don't know. I
I don't
mean,
know either. Why not just dark?
yeah, dark,
And
you
it
know.
cracked me up because it reminded me of the wolf howls in that previous one where it was the doctor guy and he kept going back and the woman that he fell in love with is really a wolf and her parents are going to kill him and everything.
Yes.
And the
Yeah,
homestead doesn't exist anymore.
no. Yeah, no, Chris W. Dracula versus Nazis. Dracula doesn't discriminate which army fresh meat. Well, I mean, he's taken out the worst evil. So, I mean, you know, there's that. But even Interview with the Vampire, they dive into that a little bit in the TV series when Claudia and Louis go off to Europe during the war. And a very interesting segment of that, although I have issues with that series. But there are some good parts in there, and that was one of them. But anyways, I love it, Dave. I do. Yeah. So yeah, no, they come up and they knock on the big wooden door, and
Oh,
we've
and
got you surrounded. But
what my favorite thing is, Count Dracula comes out and they're on the bullhorn. Resistance is futile.
and he's in his cape and all
Yeah,
decked out. He's Dracula.
he's all welcome. I'm welcoming you to my home. I've got food. I've got lodging.
did
What
you
more
do?
do you want? Please come in.
Yes, you are guests.
Yeah.
To my
And the guy goes, "You are the leader of the resistance." And he goes, "I just live here."
I just
He goes,
live
"Come on,
here.
I've already made you dinner." And so they go upstairs and they're all, "Oh, this is a trap." And they like just machine gun
They
through the door.
shoot the doors in the large dining area where the servants are, and I don't know who that one young servant was.
Oh, I do.
Was her name Greta?
Oh,
Greta?
she could have been.
Oh, Greta, come make my bed, Greta, and bring me my breakfast in bed.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. We need a moment of silence for Greta. So Dracula says,
well, then they open up the doors, right? And there's this
yeah, I mean, yeah.
beautiful spread of food. And of course, the servants are there and they're like, they would have been shot had, they'd really been alive.
Right.
And so the guy comes
You
over.
mean they're dead?
The guy comes over and he tells his assistant, have Greta check the food, make sure it's safe to eat. And so he gives some to Greta as he's playing with one of her pigtails. And then he tries the food. He goes, "Sir," he goes, "this is great." He goes, "This is." I think I have the
The
list
exact
of
line.
food he's got. He goes, "We have goose, sauerkraut, bread." He goes, "It's all fantastic."
It's all fantastic. But it looks like the whoever the general was is the only one really eating it.
Yeah,
Which is what really, I guess, really happens.
yeah, and the general,
Hugo.
the assistant general, he's gone with Inga somewhere down into the basement to make out with her. And so it's the general and Count Dracula that are left in this room. He goes, this is going to be our new headquarters. And, you guys, once Germany takes over everything, everything's going to be great and blah, blah, blah. And you're not going to be a count anymore. And on and on and on. So then he goes, why don't you have some food? He goes, oh, no, I don't eat before midnight, or I don't sup before midnight, he says. And we're watching the clock, and the clock's getting closer and closer to midnight, and you know what's going to happen.
He keeps looking at it too. I'm waiting for the general to catch him looking at that clock and go, wait a second, well, you got something up your sleeve? But no, he's. I like when he just throw open the windows, the shutters, the shutters, and he's looking down upon the peasants, who serve Count Dracula, and they're all out there just hanging out and stuff. And the other, the rest of the time,
German soldiers have brought in their tanks, their jeeps. There's, they're all hanging around and everything. And so he leaves the sash open, right? And so then we hear the chime of midnight, and we start to hear some rustling. We start to hear some noise, some screams, and it's just like, what's happening. And then the door opens up, and it's the assistant general, and his, face is scarred and it's bloody. His SS patch is ripped off. His gun falls. He falls, and Greta or Inga or whoever is just like, killing him. And then he's dragged out of the door, and his fingernail scratches are in the wood floor. Oh, so good.
Oh, and you just a picture of, he waits till midnight, and all these wolves and all the creatures of the night come out and destroy the 100 Nazi soldiers that are outside. And I thought that was a really cool ending premise to this short little segment.
Well,
Cool.
The general runs to the window, and Dracula is all like, dude, I'm taking you out.
Oh yeah. They end with him like ripping his thing, and he's going to take a bite. And I love the close-up, even though I didn't care for the guy that played Dracula. He just didn't seem the part. I don't know.
I agree.
But when the camera got that close-up of him getting ready to rip into the general, and he's telling him and he's talking, and the cameras roll up close, I loved it. He was really putting some acting into it. And his eyes, I don't know what they did to his eyes, but it was almost brownish underneath. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't.
There was a real effect to the eyes underneath that gave it this brown, dead-like quality to his eye. And I'm like, that looks real. I mean, is that his eyes for real? I just thought that was cool. But they end with that, really. And I mean,
then we go back to the study where he's talking about his grandfather.
Right with this,
and he's got like a little medal up on in a plaque up on the mantelpiece, and he goes, and that's what your ancestors did on our part of the war. And as he smiles, you can see his little Dracula teeth, and he's like, oh, he's still a vampire.
Yes. The vampire lore and their role in World War II. I think it's a good premise. Could you have given a little bit more time to it? But it's nice and sweet, to the point. It was a good segment. I haven't watched a Night Gallery yet that I have not liked. I was telling Dave earlier, I mean, I really honestly enjoyed that first season, which I should have started this with Dave, but didn't think about it at the time. That first season is even slightly better than the second season, but the second season is fantastic. So there's that. I mean, great stuff. Really, really good stuff. A couple people asked if there's an overnight tonight. No, there's not going to be an overnight tonight. I do them when I can, I guess. I mean, honestly, to be honest, I mean, it's tough when there's no, like, I popped in yesterday, just nobody chatting. I mean, there used to be a time where, and I know there's a lot of people listening and either sleeping to it, but the whole fun of the overnight stream part of it was how many people were there in chat, and I would see them people chatting for like 4 or 5 hours, just back and forth, everybody going on and on. It literally was dead and just nobody there. Not that I expect people to be there, but like Chris Chrisman said a long time ago, the chat is where it's at. And when, the day comes where the chat isn't where it's at, why am I going through the big production of doing it when nobody's there to chat? They can go back and kind of listen to almost like 6 years of 24/7 streams. So, there's the library there. Unless I really got a crowd that started to interact during the overnight streams, it's like, sometimes I know it sounds bad, but it's a lot for me to do. And especially with me wanting to do new stuff and all that, it's listen, I may just go ahead and do an ASMR channel. I might just sit here and tell nice, scary, spooky stories all night long in a nice low voice to get you to sleep. And then every now and then, like 3 hours later, I'll be your alarm clock and I'll go, it's time to get up now. But listen, there comes a time where enough's enough for everything. I've got a big enough library. Listen, we've gone through, Dave's going, Dino, you've said this a million times before, and I have, but I still trying to keep a couple going a week. So, it is what it is. There's Bo. Many channels are saying they have to split their channels because the algorithms are killing long-standing channels. Many channels are saying they have to split their channels because the algorithms are killing long-standing channels. What do you mean by that, Chris? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is, listen, I've been down this road before, you know what I mean, with the overnights and old time radio, and people come and go, and if I can't keep the people there to, and you know what, that's the other thing. Yeah, Kathy, I've been throwing up these rare. The 2 episodes I put up on my channel of those sci-fi episodes are not anywhere else on YouTube. You can search it and you're not going to find it, because I found some rare episodes that they're nowhere. Dr. Decimal 7, very cool episode. Claire restored it. It sounds great. 758 views for an old time radio channel. That's all that came and listened to it. I did Fantasy from 1947. It's a weird sci-fi fantasy type entity from the void. I don't know if, again, people are here for the 12-hour overnight, but they're missing out on some of these great, rare episodes that you're not going to find anywhere, Dave. And even Dino's Duck Soup. I've been putting rare comedy episodes. You do a search for them on YouTube. You're not going to find it. There's only 1 episode, and I'm restoring it. They sound perfect, and I'm putting up there. There's like 5 up there at least of very rare ones that you can't find anywhere, and they're up there. But 100 people watched it or listened to it on Dino's Duck Soup. So if you haven't checked out Dino's Duck Soup for some rare stuff, go over there and check it out. I'm putting rare stuff up on the channel now, but they're not going to get as many views because it's not a 12-hour overnight. So, Dave needs coffee. Dave hates when I go on and on at the end. I get it. He needs coffee, and I'm done. I'm enjoying the rare episodes. Thank you. I love the fantasy, and thank you, Kathy. I know you love sci-fi. She's always looking out for the sci-fi. You can go, Dave. I'll end this. Anyway, no, I'm joking. Okay. So anyways, there will be, when should I do another overnight? I don't know. It might not be till Wednesday. I don't know. Got a lot to do. I've got my son. We're still training. We got 1 more year of track, and we're trying to get somewhere. So Duck soup is wonderful. I really should check out Dino. Yes, Mr. Ed. They're good shows, man. The Hen House I just put up over there. Anyway, Dave needs coffee. So, with that said, next week we got X-Files, right, Dave?
We do. Conduit.
Conduit. So, thank you, John Swan. Appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. What? Go ahead.
Why aren't hockey rinks square with 90-degree angles? They're oval.
Because we don't want somebody